Oh, hey. What's going on? Ricardo FG in the chat writes the following. My first time here, guys. Does Sid interact with listeners during the stream or just give his takes? Question mark. Little from column A, little from column B.
Lot from column B.
Shut up.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Thanks, Azzo. I go, it's Sid. Off mic, Azzo's like, Thank you for the confirmation. I need it. Tuesday, August 4th. It's basically Christmas tomorrow. Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. Live on YouTube and X today. You can also watch us after the fact on Facebook. And for everyone who listens after the fact or watches after the fact, thank you for making us a part of your day. Based on some of the numbers the last 48 hours, a lot of you have been making us a part of your day. We thank you for that. Especially the last couple of days, there's three things in play. One, people like the Jays. Two, trade deadline. Three, we were actually working, which gave us a leg up on a lot of shows. So we appreciate all the support over the last couple of days. I'm being very serious when I say that. And I don't want to sound like a broken record. We're just getting started. My humble opinion. So we appreciate all the support, including friend of the show, Eric Swanson, former Toronto Blue Jay. So we appreciate all the support. Helping us when you're thinking you're ripping us. Keep it coming. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Quick story. It's been a long time since either the Jays or the Leafs have won anything in this city. Boy, did the Jays come close a year ago. I don't know if you heard. Jeff Hoffman was 2 outs away from locking it down. Damn you, Miguel Rojas and IKF and Carlos Fabulous and Shane Bieber and Trey Savage gave up a home run too. Trey Savage was no innocent bystander. I'll give Trey Savage a pass because his post games are so hilarious to me. Trey, did you feel good out there? I felt good. Breaking ball was working. It was good. Pay attention to Trey Savage post games. They're way funnier than you think. My guy's serious. I like that. I like that about Trey Savage.
Built for this.
He's built for this. He's at work.
He's working.
Not everything's a Gatorade bath playground.
It's like us at work.
He's at work. Now, I know the Raptors won in 2019 and TFC won a title that no one talks about in the city. But in terms of the Jays and the Leafs, boy, it's been a long time. And when you have two organizations that have kind of taken their time to win again, instead of celebrating championships, what fan bases are left to do, and it's not exclusive to the city of Toronto. It happens in a lot of cities. But what some fan bases are left with is to turn on each other. That becomes the sport. The sport's not watching the Leafs or watching the Jays. It's you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. And then you try to out-idiot the idiot, if that makes sense. I don't think it did. But you know what I'm trying to say. And it has caused a reaction in the city of Toronto and southern Ontario that I don't think is healthy. Because and some people may disagree with me in saying this, I am more self-aware than you think. I understand being negative all the time, and I don't think I am. That's my rep. But like being negative all the time when it comes to Leafs and Jays isn't a healthy reaction. I get it. But I also think getting a media pass to go down to Rogers Center to high-five Blue Jays isn't healthy either. It isn't. Or Leafs or whatever. Like, that's not doing your job either. Like, as a fan, that's kind of weird to me. Everything's great all the time. I don't know what that's about. I don't think either side is completely in the right, but this is what you get sometimes with mediocrity. This is what you get sometimes when a hockey team is like, we have some cap space left, we have to get Matias Maccelli. Like, that's what happens. Fan bases are left to turn on each other. What's right? What's wrong? Because the positive fan base doesn't want to believe their team is that dumb. And the cynical fan has known it for years and is mad at the other fan base for being sunshine and rainbows and My Little Ponies. And then you fight. That's kind of what's gone on here. But the Raptors aren't immune. Scotty Barnes gets drafted. Half the fan base is like, was it Jalen Suggs? Was it the Jalen Suggs draft? Double check that for me. Scotty Barnes goes what, 4th overall? And half the fan base, having never seen him play in NBA games, like, what are you doing? All right, sure.
Jalen Suggs.
It was Jalen Suggs,
Yeah.
You idiots. So, like, the Raptors aren't immune. And then towards the end, it's like, and after what we're seeing with the Raptors lately, I yearn for these days again. People, when Masai's on the way, I was like, what did Masai ever do? What? What the hell are you talking about? What did Masai ever do? Never traded for a guy being investigated. I'll tell you, that's the first thing he did. Never did that. But fans fight. It's a healthy, fun thing at times, right? What do you do with Matthew Nyes? Do you trade Matthew Nyes? What do you do? And if you trade him, do you trade him to those folks in Montreal running that amazing hockey team? Do you do that? See, like, to me, that's a healthy debate. I like that debate. It's sports. That's what it's about. What do you do with Morgan Riley? Play him less minutes? Do you trade him to Vancouver? Would you accept a trade to Vancouver? I don't know. I like that stuff. What drives me nuts, and this is my main point today on August the 4th, 2026, the year of our Lord. What drives me nuts is when something is very obvious in this city, and the vocal minority trying to be realistic about it are shouted down by fanboys and fangirls who are idiots. And that happens in Toronto all the time. For example, I'm gonna kick up a memory. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember the Core Four? Remember these guys? The Core Four for the Leafs. Let me remind you. Mitch Marner, basically an $11 million a year player. John Tavares, $11 million a year player. William Nylander turned into an $11.5 million player. And Austin Matthews got his B bonuses right away, which pissed off Mitch. And soon was a comfortable $11 million a year player. He leapt over that bar easily. Room to spare for Austin. So you had 4 forwards on your hockey team in the city of Toronto for basically 10 years. Taking up anywhere, depending on the year, 48% of your cap to like 53% of your cap. We're not talking defensemen. We're not talking goaltenders. Nope. Those guys. You were going to power play your way to a cup. That was the plan. And that was Shanahan. And that was Dubas. And it was signed off by MLSE. That was the idea. The fan base didn't come up with the idea. They did. Okay. Playoff failure after playoff failure after playoff failure after playoff failure. At some point, there were folks in this city, and I can comfortably say this because I was one of them, who dared open their mouth and said the following: I don't know if you can win a cup paying 4 forwards 50% of your cap. There weren't a lot of us, but there were a few of us. And the prevailing shout down on the other side was, shut up. They're the best. Go Mitch. Mitch will never leave Toronto. It never made any sense. Ever. Ever. From a structural, financial standpoint, and then you watch them play, and none of them throw a hit to save their life. It was never going to work. And there was a section of fans in this city who could not say anything on social media or type anything on social media at risk of being swarmed by a hornet's nest of criticism the other way. How dare you question Brendan Shanahan? If you ever supported the Core 4 idea in this city, you're an idiot. You don't get it. You've never gotten it. You only watch the Leafs. You don't watch other hockey. It's not your fault. Everyone's got school. Everyone's got jobs. I'm a degenerate that I watch everything. I get it. It's literally my job. But the fight between the realistic fan and the head in the clouds fan got nasty in this city to the point where you kind of forgot what the point of it was, which was Leaf success. You became so enraged with the other side, it got weird. Because this isn't my first day watching sports, I'm comfortable saying this. I was on the right side of history on that. And a few people in the market were. Not many. Shout out Brian Burke. Brian Burke was one of the few guys with a resume and a ring who looked at this and said, guys, kind of ridiculous. Trust me. Nope. Everything will be fine. It wasn't. You were wrong. And you don't know what you're talking about. Fast forward to last year and the signing of Jeff Hoffman. By all accounts, great dude in the clubhouse. I don't really care. That's not the point. $33 million deal, right? Toronto Blue Jays, 3-year deal. Guy who knows the organization, was a Jay once upon a time, and had a pretty good 2024 with Philadelphia. So the Jays bring him in, and every outing last year was a roller coaster. You didn't know what you were going to get with Jeff Hoffman. And his spectacular moments were so good, Jays fans with their heads in the clouds are like, this is one of the greatest things I've seen since Henke and the late Dwayne Ward. But the rest of us had whiplash and didn't really think that a closer who consistently gives up home runs at this rate, late in games, close games, was something you could really lean on. Is this something you can actually depend on? So again, here we go in the city of Toronto. This debate internally about Jeff Hoffman begins. The evidence is pretty clear. There are moments where he's spectacular, but you want way more consistency out of your ninth inning guy if you're going to win anything. And anyone who went down that road got shouted down by clowns, quite frankly. Folks who can barely read. Hoffman's the best. Shut up, sit down. We were back in the core fourth again. We're exactly there. Same spot. Everything's amazing. Shut up. Guys, he gives up home runs once every 3 games. What are you talking about? We go to Game 7 of the World Series. You know what happened. On top of that, the Jays bring him back. One of the bigger mistakes they've ever made. They bring him back, praise him as their closer. He loses the job by late April. And he doesn't see the end of year 2 on the contract. He was traded yesterday to Minnesota. By the way, not some high-level team with aspirations of taking on the Dodgers. No. Minnesota stepped up for a guy who, as when I saw him Friday night, is probably pitching as well as he's pitched at any point as a Jay. Fair to say?
Yep.
You got not much for him. With respect, you couldn't pull a top 5 prospect from the Twins. He's top 10.
Yeah, he's number 8.
Yeah. Like I said, top 5.
No, I know. But he is top 10.
But he's not top 5. Jeff Hoffman, the guy more than half this city thought was Mariano Rivera, because they don't watch baseball, continuously protecting the idea of Jeff Hoffman. He doesn't see the end of year 2 of the deal, man. He's gone. Do you know how exhausting this is being this right all the time? Do you know how tiring it is to stick your neck out only to be vindicated over and over again while idiots shout you down? Part of me lives for it. I'm here again today. This works. It did work. Now it works again.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
Damn it.
My message to you simply is this. Hope is nice. Hope keeps people going. But as Morgan Freeman once said in Shawshank Redemption, hope can drive a person insane. And at some point in this market, in this discourse, a discourse in this city that is growing increasingly more preoccupied with agendas by the day, sports-wise, we got to get more honest about things around here. That 4 forwards making $11 million minimum each wouldn't fly in Montreal. Why does it fly here with the fan base? Having a closer consistently give up home runs in the ninth wouldn't fly in Boston. It wouldn't fly in New York. It wouldn't fly in Chicago. It wouldn't fly in LA with the Dodgers. Why does it fly here? We got to toughen up here, man. This Hoffman thing was embarrassing, the support he got. And he's gone before the end of his second year. The core 4 idea was embarrassing. And the support it got was incredible from the fan base. We got to get smarter in this market. That's my point today. We got to get way more intelligent in this market about obvious BS that's not going to work. And I was right about all of it. Best of luck to Jeff Hoffman in Minnesota. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Yeah, best of luck to Hoff. Come on. You gonna do something over there?
Well, I mean, what's he going to do over there?
Contribute. You can contribute.
All right.
American League's wide open.
Yep.
Just don't put him in the ninth. Like, learn from your lessons.
Yep.
Like, I get everything you're saying, but fans are allowed to have hope, especially when teams are coming up.
But when
the Leafs against the Capitals.
My point is when there is now evidence.
Yeah, no, fair. That's
and
what I was
mounting evidence. I'm not talking about year 1 and 2 with the core 4.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the first 3 months of Jeff Hoffman's 2025. I understand that excitement. I understand that zest and that zeal. I get it. But let's not get stupid when evidence is presenting itself.
And that's exactly what
That's my point. And it was the point with Hoffman. It was the point with the core 4. This city gets weird with reality.
Yeah.
Very weird. Now, to be fair, Shanahan got weird with it. Dubas got weird with it. Ross and John got weird with
That's
it.
what you have to do.
It's the other part of that, too.
Office.
That's another conversation we can have. The fan base isn't the only people getting weird. But the lack of a conversation around, after evidence is presented,
Right.
what is this, is concerning to me.
Yeah.
It's very concerning to me in this market. And I don't know what's going to change. Something's got to change. Because if you don't start actually challenging executives in charge, you're going to get like another 10 years with a team that you love.
Well, that's exactly
where
what
everyone's turning the other way and you're like, oh, this didn't work, did it? You could have called him out after year 3.
Or traded one and done something when you could have.
Now, some Leaf fans tried to do that with Shanahan. It wasn't going to work anyway.
But they all re-upped multiple times, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there was a time for hope. When they played the Capitals in that first round, there was hope there.
I'm fine with that.
When the Hockey News, which a lot of people were putting it up, brought it up in the chat, like when they presented this article, people were on board. Here we go. It's not will they, it's how many. Right?
No, but like understand, back when that cover came out, again, for the listening audience, the Hockey News cover, Future Watch planned the parade, and it's Nylander, Marner, and Matthews. They're not making $11 million a year in that photo.
Right.
That's the point, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there was hope at one time for the fans, but after you've re-upped with these guys, you have all of them over 10 mil, taking up a chunk of your cap. And you've seen what they do in the playoffs. Like, again, from that first series, the first time they made the playoffs and played the Capitals, till like the third or fourth time they get bounced in the first round, you know what you got. But they re-upped and were given everything. And to the point about Hoffman last year, I'll never forget it was at Los Angeles that started, or the relief appearance in LA against the Dodgers, where he came in and he was all over the place. Just it's like, this guy can't close the ninth inning anymore. He can't.
Yeah, we got to stop ignoring evidence in the city.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Walks and home runs.
And
again, he led relievers in home runs last year. So to keep parading him out there, and you could have went out and got a closer at last year's trade deadline, and they didn't. The evidence was there. I'm with you.
The fan base should have gotten to the point with Hoffman, he was not allowed back in the building this season.
Yep, you're right.
But nothing was strong enough from the fan in terms of a reaction. You know why? All the tickets were sold. So Rogers is like, that's fine. We'll bring back this gas can who gives up a home run every 3 starts. This is going to be fine. I trust Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah, but again, Ross at the end of last year said, well, we're not married to him being our closer, which, again, is going a bit back and forth.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
And I don't know how I found 2 clips of Ross Atkins worthy of running.
No, that's why I'm
I
bringing
kind
this
of
up.
did, although he did it via Zoom, which we'll talk about in a second. I found it interesting. But I don't know what I'm hearing anymore from the hierarchy of the Toronto Blue Jays.
They're not sure.
You and I have been on this for a while. I just think that no team BS's their fan base the way the Jays do.
I might disagree on that. I think they're committed to certain things, and nothing is going to deter them from that.
But if you really believed, like, how often were we told, I believe in Jeff Hoffman? He's gone.
Yeah.
So you didn't believe that much in Jeff Hoffman, did you? If you believed that much in Jeff Hoffman, A, he's still your closer. B, he's still here.
Nah, well,
Here. He's not in the building anymore, Azo. He's
I know,
gone.
I know. But to your point, he's gone before the second year, and it's overdue by a lot of people's accounts. Because any realistic guy would have traded him during last season. They knew he couldn't come back as a closer, and yet they brought him back. So they did believe in him, and his numbers are better than ever. They just know people are done with him, and you can't just keep parading guys. Relievers are going to blow games. They are. It's going to happen. I don't care who you are. You saw Varland give up that 4th spot in the 9th on Sunday. Like, it's bound to happen eventually, and fan bases were just over this guy and done with it. He needed to change the scenery, and they needed him gone. Again, it might be overdue, and he didn't make the second year of the contract. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
I'm just blown away at how quickly this turned and how many people in this city would just say the guy is amazing. He was never amazing.
No.
Occasionally, he'd have the stuff where you couldn't deal with him, but it was never consistent. Like, think about what just happened here with Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman, probably in terms of strikeout stuff, is the best he's ever been in his career.
Crazy.
You can make the argument. You can actually make the argument.
True.
No other contending team wanted that in their bullpen?
Or didn't want to pay a price for it.
No, I think it's more complicated than that.
They said the Phillies were in on him, and the Phillies tried.
So why
to
didn't
do
the
a
Phillies
bunch-
get him? The
No,
Phillies know him
they
better
know
than
him.
anybody.
But
So
they
why didn't the Phillies get him?
See, but that's not even my problem with all this. They know he's not a closer. That's why they didn't bring him back when he had his great year in Philadelphia. They didn't want to pay him that money, make him a closer. 2 other teams offered him contracts and saw something in his medical that said, no, you know what, we're good. These guys brought him 3 years, and insisted on him being the closer. Even though, to your point, there was evidence he wasn't a closer. He was giving up too many home runs. Led the majors in relievers giving up home runs last year.
But closers were getting traded left and right over the last 48 hours, Asso. Like the Cubs brought in closers. Like, I mean,
No, but he wasn't.
But a reliever. Let me dumb it down even further. Like,
No, 'cause I do think
just
there
a
is a
reliever.
difference.
But like the contending teams, you don't think a contending team in the National League right now, looking at the Dodgers, would want a closer / quality reliever of any kind going up against that freight train in October? Of course they would. But guess where he went? The Twins. He went to the Twins, who are a game out of the wild card, the 3rd wild card in the American. Not the Phillies, not the Cubs, not the Padres, not the Brewers, not the Yankees, not the Red Sox, not the White Sox, not the Rays were buying. And the Rays want nothing to do with this guy. You know why? I'll tell you why. Everyone watches the World Series. That's why. And they put this guy out there again, and he cost them everything. Now, one club in Major League Baseball wants to give you piss for this guy. Nothing.
I think the Twins were the best offer, and the Twins did it because he's got a year of control left. The Twins are a lot like the Jays, where they're cost efficient.
I would argue with you the Jays got minimal for a guy with term and
No, I
his
agree.
strikeout power because the league knows he's a fraud.
Okay, I can't disagree.
That's the problem.
I told you I was looking at them trading Hoffman, and what they got back is the biggest thing for this year because of the 1-year term. But given the unknown for next year, I don't know.
But listen, there were
it
enough.
was a low return.
But
for
if
what
you
I thought.
told me, you and I have had this discussion too. A guy with term throwing the way he was throwing, you're going to get a major league piece back.
You should.
Like I love everyone who's like, yeah, you want to, you want pitchers with control if you're the Jays, and you want a starter with control, and you want this with control. Why are the Jays allergic to like bats with control?
Yeah. Wow.
Why are they not allowed to get a bat with control? Why is it just the pitchers with control?
No, but at this point, see, this is what I want to get into with you. Again, they're showing that they have faith in what last year was. To me, like, yeah, that was a lineup that went to the World Series. We're gonna show we have faith in it and do it again. That's all. This is Hoffman last year at this deadline again, saying he's our closer. This is our lineup. We're gonna go with it.
But
minus just a few pieces.
Paul in the chat, Twins are better than the Jays.
Yeah.
I think the Tigers are better than the Jays. Tigers sold off their 2 best starting pitchers.
So that's the thing. A couple teams in front of the Jays sold off, dumped off.
Look, all I know is you're right. They believed in their batting lineup, Ross Atkins and the hierarchy.
And I'm thinking this
I
is
agree
what
with
they
that.
said about Hoffman
with
at the
that.
start of the year. This is what it was. It got us there last year. We're going to ride it. And to me, I don't mind it because it's putting pressure on these guys to show up. And if you don't show up for the rest of the year and we don't make a little bit of a run, then maybe you get dealt in the offseason. Maybe we tried to address the lineup there. It is really hard to get a controllable back.
But Azzo, there's also evidence to go with my point
Especially
to
at the
start the show.
deadline.
You're right, but to go with my point off the front of the show of ignoring evidence.
No, I'm with you. That I can't, we have to agree.
If there are a bunch of aspects of that Jays lineup, I wasn't sitting here ripping on them. You weren't sitting here ripping on them during spring training. I think most people in the city of Toronto were on the same page for most of that lineup. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about evidence-based, and if your goal is to not only get back to the World Series, which it was the entire offseason,
Yep.
and not only to get back to it, but to win it, I could make the argument to you Dalton Varsho and Jeff Hoffman weren't going to help you win it.
No, you could have upgraded on both without
Based on evidence. You could have.
Had they gone and got a
You could've.
closer at the deadline last year, they'd be World Series champs. I think that you can say that as a matter of fact. Had they got a legit closer at the deadline last year, they'd be World Series champs last year. How can you argue that?
I'm with you 1,000%. Michael in the chat. We just care about controllable assets.
It's true.
My kingdom for a bat that's a controllable asset.
Michael, what is this?
It's not a controllable asset with a bat. It's not.
Oh, it's a pitcher.
Larry,
Listen, we did see this year they needed pitching depth. They had nobody call up at any time. That's what he addressed yesterday. It was a need that they had, and he went and did it yesterday. That's all you can give them. That got checked off. But there's still a ton of heavy lifting for this team to do, especially in the and like I said, put the pressure on these guys now, and if not, then you might have to try and make a baseball trade. It's a major leaguer for a major leaguer. Some company. I read, like, we went through the free agency list yesterday. You're not fixing the lineup with free agency. I'm sorry. You're not. Unless your entire lineup is a bunch of 7 or 8 hitters.
But you can still make a trade in the offseason.
Yeah, no. And that's what I mean. So now you see your maybe that's when you trade Ernie. Maybe that's when you do things. Like, guys either have to show up now or you start putting them on the market. You're going to have to trade pieces to get it. And I think the video we put out yesterday about what the Soriano trade was, the part people wasn't getting, they only had 1 or 2 prospects that people talk about. Arjun was one of them. I don't care where you think he is, if he's at the top or bottom. JoJo Parker exceeded him, how long you have to wait for him. He was one of the pieces in their farm system everybody talked about and you knew was a trade chip. And they burnt one of it yesterday for a pitcher. Could you have waited till the offseason, maybe got a controllable bat then with him as a package? All I know is Arjun was the 43 ranked prospect on MLB.com's 100. The guy that got traded for Adley Rushman was 48. So you control a guy like that for a controllable bat. You can.
There's value in that
There
player.
There is.
I 100% agree with you.
So you can't tell me it wasn't the right. Like, again, they value pitching. They've made that abundantly clear, and that's all they want to go with.
Let's Sean in the Yukon first up. Jays fans are going to lose it when they bring back Hoffman for 4 years.
Well, you got to wait a year, though.
It's on the table.
Maybe in a year, people forget.
Maybe. Joel Bennett in the chat. Azzo's shirt game today? Is that New Japan Wrestling?
It is.
We got Bullet Club? What is that?
Club, baby.
So Bullet
best
Club.
faction.
So before the NWO, there was the Bullet Club,
That's
right?
true. Yep.
Who was the main? Is that Kenny Omega? Is that Bullet
He
Club?
was part of it. AJ Styles was part of it. Adam Cole was part of it. Hangman Page was part of it. Cody Rhodes was in it. AJ Styles was the main one. Yeah, they've had multiple leaders and a bunch of guys. They've been awesome. It's an always turning over faction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
I like a good. Finn Balor was Finn Balor.
Finn
right?
Balor, yeah,
The Mayor
for
99 in the
He's
chat.
one of the main guys. Yeah, without
All right.
a doubt. Can't
Oh,
believe I
NWO
forgot
was
that.
way before, according to RKO.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got that wrong. I got that
sorry.
wrong.
But they are one of the major
First time-
factions all over in
Sorry.
wrestling.
First time on the show today, I've been wrong.
It's true. Maybe this week.
Maybe this week, Ezzo. We're on a run. Maybe this week. I wasn't going to go here yet, but I like that you brought up the Soriano deal. And again, Arjun Nimala, the shortstop prospect the Jays traded, is 20 years old. Okay? You do not have Jose Soriano signed past 2028.
And an unknown season next year.
Completely unknown 2027 with the lockout, potentially. Hopefully there's not a lockout.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully
We all hope
there's
for
not
that.
a work
We're
stoppage.
baseball fans.
I think we're all adults here, though.
Yeah.
A couple things on Jose Soriano, because and Arjun Nimala, I am borderline disgusting in how many people in this market have been pumping this kid's tires for years, and all of a sudden he's not ready for the major leagues. That's not fair to him.
Yeah.
That's not fair to him. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. I'm
still-
done with that BS, and I'm not going to sit here and hear that goddamn narrative with him and be silent. That's not fair. That's carrying water. I have no respect for it.
Like he is a
I
couple
have
years
no
away.
respect
I
for
think
it.
nobody would argue that. Like he wasn't.
No, but I'm also hearing, well,
He moved up quickly this year. He had a good start.
struggling. Is it too? Whoa, boy, that was a.
Quick
What
turn.
do they call that? A switch? What is that?
Heel turn?
No, there was a switch up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a quick switch up. Is that what the kids say? The switch up.
I never heard that, but sure.
I'm not a fan of that.
Okay. No, it's true.
Now, Soriano. Let's talk about Soriano. Because Blue Jay fans who've seen him pitch once are now experts in Jose Soriano. His numbers look good this year. His numbers mainly look good this year because of his April.
He got into a great start.
He had a .84 ERA
Yeah,
in
it was
April.
amazing.
He's been average since. In May, ERA 5.34. In June, oddly, the exact same ERA that month. 5.34. He pitched better in July. But like he's ridden that April. So whatever numbers you see on Jose Soriano, first off, was his April, which was elite.
I'm okay with that.
Yes. Let's trade
Hey.
Let's trade your second best prospect for a good month.
The Jays always
Let's
get
trade
off
that.
to slow start.
Let's trade that.
Yeah.
By the way, all of a sudden, everyone who's like, well, Jose Soriano's he's way better long term than Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman this season, 23 starts. Jose Soriano, 22 starts. By my math, basically same amount of starts. Soriano this season has walked 57 people. Gausman this season, 36. There's a difference there. Can you pick it up? Strikeouts for Jose Soriano, apparently the next Cy Young. Strikeouts this season for Jose Soriano, 127. Do you know how many strikeouts Kevin Gausman has this season? 127. Now, one's younger than the other. I grant you that. Just on the numbers, you traded your second overall prospect for a slightly crappier Kevin Gausman. You go with that?
With 2 years of control.
It's a year. They won't play next
I
year.
know. I'm kidding.
A year of control.
It's the one thing. It's the only thing people go
A
to.
year of
though.
control.
I feel like I have to say because it's the one thing people go to.
Jose Soriano had a good month. Everyone here is completely fooled on it. He was not worth your second overall prospect when your offense looks like that. I'm not backing off that. I know people don't want to hear it. Boy, I could not believe how people were ignoring that fact yesterday in the analysis. What grade would you give Ross Atkins yesterday, Azo? Out of curiosity.
I hate doing this grade.
I love. After what I heard yesterday, I want to do this. Please, let's do this. What grade would you give Ross Atkins yesterday?
B minus C plus.
I'd go C plus.
Okay, I'll go B minus.
The only
I think I'm more positive.
The only move he made yesterday, B3 in the chat, A plus.
F plus.
Yes. Andy in the chat. The Jays still kind of need 3 starters.
Oh, 2.
There's a lot of C's and B's here in the chat.
B plus. See from Daniel, Andy B. Yeah, a lot of these.
There's a lot. Cool guy in the chat. I also feel they overpaid a little. I know they overpaid.
Okay, well,
I know they overpaid.
they did, but he seemed to be one of the most sought after pitchers in the market, even from what we heard from Joel Sherman after.
Okay,
we
but
went
that's
off the air.
fine. Then let
No,
others people be the sodding afters.
But that's what I don't
Like-
Yeah.
I didn't know where this fell. You still have Cease. You still have Savage. Shane Bieber didn't go anywhere. You can still qualify him. Sure, Scherzer. If this is like a
Cody
respectable
Ponce,
organization,
if he makes a
Cody
back in
Ponce
time.
might come back. I don't know.
Barrios is still on your payroll.
Barrios, I don't think.
No, I know, but I'm saying
I don't
he's
think
still
Barrios
there.
is coming back.
But again, you need multiple pitchers for throughout the course of the season. My problem is too, when did they acknowledge or target this guy, and when did they start the conversations? Did the Angels hold off wanting to trade him? Because you need pitching all year. So I don't know why.
This
all
is
of
not a
sudden-
new thing. You needed pitching and hitting all year.
So was it that's what I'd like. When did they target this guy? When did they start the conversation? Because if you would have got him a couple months ago, I'd say, hey, ride it out for the rest of this year. Maybe you're back in it.
It's a valid point.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you targeted
It's a
this
valid
guy
point.
and say, this is the guy we want, we love his stuff, he can be a part of this time. Why didn't you go get him like a month and a half ago when you were short pitchers, when you had an opener going every 5 days, when you're calling up guys you didn't
Well,
even know if they
listen,
could
you could have picked him up in June when he had a 5 ERA that month. Maybe you didn't have to pay that price. Just a thought.
But he was sought after, and they spent what they wanted to get him. So they wanted him. They targeted him. They got him.
You know who wasn't
He
sought
went about
after?
his man.
You know who wasn't? Jeff Hoffman. Trev G in the chat. At least they showed some spirit, Azzo.
There you go. Oh, which one is it?
We've conducted due
How the
diligence, and
spirit
it was
strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain spirit. Every year, there's a certain level of spirit.
Jay showed spirit.
Still learning.
How the spirit strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain spirit. Every year, there's a certain level of spirit. How the spirit,
Oh,
how
sorry.
the spirit
No, it's just
strengthens
going on.
and grows.
Oh, wow.
There'll be a certain
I
spirit.
don't know what's going on
Every
now.
year, there's a certain
All right.
level of spirit.
That's enough.
It's
There you
been
go.
it's been possessed
Yeah.
by the Jim Hiller devil.
It's like, you want spirit? Here's spirit. Just keep going on.
Here's your real spirit. Right there's your spirit. Get your spirit right here.
Take it.
Forza Ferrari in the chat. Ross Atkins is a decoy.
Uh-oh.
I was using him a little bit as a decoy.
A little bit.
This is how bad I think the Jays deadline was. I'm serious. This is how bad. My favorite move yesterday was getting anything for Dalton Varsho.
Yeah.
And what they got was a guy currently on the injured list with a foot problem who walks everybody.
Who also had he had a great April too. See? He was what, 9 and 1?
You're right. He had a good April. Now walks everybody. Spencer Arrighetti.
But again, the Jays always start off slow. So to get two guys who are good in April, I'm down. Let's go.
Let me ask you
Maybe
this.
they can start off on time.
Let me ask you this.
Who cares how slow Vladdy's going? We got some good pitchers now.
I keep hearing the Jays want players with control. Fine. What's better? A good player with less control or a bad player with a ton of control?
Yeah.
What's better?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get accomplished here?
Again, they're relying on Pete Walker, fix these guys and find a more consistent. All these guys need consistency. It's the number one thing in the majors that you're looking for. These guys don't have it, but you're banking on that you can somehow get it out of them.
Forza Ferrari in the chat. Azzo loves Jim Hiller.
Apparently. I want a lot of spirit. I need the spirit.
You love
today.
you some Jim Hiller.
Oh, man.
But like the he has control argument. People are just saying, well, he has control. And it's like, okay, he has an ERA of 7, but he has control.
So let's bring it full circle, though. To your point, this is what fans are made to value now, and that's all they value. Yeah, he's got control. We got him till 2028. The whole rotation is locked up till 20. What if they're not good? How do you get out of it?
Well,
Or you need something else. You're going to have to spend money to bring somebody in.
the good
to
news
replace
is you have control of all that bad.
Right.
That's all under your control.
But again, because this front office has always preached that, now fans want to celebrate. Hey, they did what they were saying they're going to do because that's what they love, control.
Let me go to the chat for this comment because this is the first name I saw trend after the deadline for the Jays. True North in the chat. Pete Walker is the GOAT.
Yeah, as he should be.
But he's not a miracle worker. Like Dylan Cease, with respect to Pete Walker, it's not like Dylan Cease didn't know how to pitch before he got here. No. He had control issues, which he's smoothing out. Pete Walker deserves credit for that, but he's not working from zero base.
Especially if you give him 3 or 4 guys to work on at once. Like, jeez. And again, to me, the free agency market showed a lot better pitchers than it did batters. So I would have kind of held off.
No, but I'm
all
with
I'm
you. But if that's the case, which was the case, you're right. There was way more pitchers than batters. Then hold on to your top 2 prospects.
And that's where
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Brian in the chat, our team sucks, but we have control.
Right? We have control of the suckage.
Yeah.
I like that.
You need control of the suckage, yeah. You need
Hey, you know what?
I'd rather be us than them.
No, I'd rather be the Twins. I'd rather be the
Dude,
Twins.
but what if they're still in it? Like, they were playing a little bit more free last night. Like, could this team actually make some kind of run?
Hold on.
No.
Hold.
No, but now Varsho's not in the lineup.
Can you believe they put Varsho hitting cleanup last night
amazing.
immediately?
Amazing.
Are they okay in
Welcome
Houston?
to the squad.
That's crazy. Let the guy breathe. He's hitting fourth. You need to protect Jordan Alvarez right now.
That's what the
right
Jays
now.
Time out. That's what the Jays did when they acquired Varsho. They put him right into the
That's
fourth
what the
slot.
Jays did when they acquire everybody.
It's true.
Luis Arias, lead off. You go in there right away.
Houston, we got a problem. Varsho's hitting fourth already.
Man. By the way, let's go big. We have a bunch of sound that I do want to run, but can we go big picture on?
I love everybody. Hold on, sorry.
Go ahead,
Everyone's
go
saying I'm such a fanboy. Listen, I've never said this team is in it. I don't think they are. But the American League is that bad, and two teams on top of the Jays just sold off, who the Jays have a ton more games against. Like, God forbid, because Vladdy keeps coming up with guys on base. If he starts getting some hits, like, I'm not saying they will. I don't think they'll make it. Let me make that abundantly clear. But say they do, because the American League is that bad. What does that tell you? Ross right to have a little bit of faith in letting these guys try and run it out?
Like, I don't know if Ross Atkins and Mark Chappelle really realized what just happened here, because the Tigers sold, the Twins sold, the Orioles sold. If those three still finish ahead of the Jays in the standings,
thank you.
That's a fireable offense on all three. All three.
You better get out of the basement and let the Orioles go down there in the AL East.
They can't. The Jays now they're playing their own mini season.
Yes, I agree.
It's almost
what I mean.
It's almost like
I'm so torn.
They're in a relegation fight in the English Premier League.
Yeah,
like they're playing they have their own set of priorities now. Like the Jays can't finish behind all three. They can't. And maybe the Jays are trying to Trojan horse Hoffman into Minnesota to blow some saves for them potentially. I don't know.
If is a big word. We've been on if all season though. Like, Azo, they're not playing small ball like they did last year. And I agree that that's the issue from gridlock here. But, like, last night they did and they won a game. You can win games like that, especially to what you just said. Those teams dropped out and they just dumped a bunch of players. They're going to get worse. There is a way where I'm not saying they're going to make it, but they could climb up.
But you're not saying they're not going to make it.
I just think this American League could be that bad.
You're not saying they're not going to make it.
And then I hate that they'd be proven right on this.
McDonald in the chat. Never say never with Hoffman gone.
Let me ask you this.
Boy, Hoffman was hated by the end of it.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my
That's what
God.
I mean. This is long overdue. Dude, it's long
But
overdue.
but again, he was the craziness of watching him pitch. He was outstanding the last month and a half. Like outstanding. And not one Jays fan's like, oh no, because we all had the same reaction. He comes into the game.
You're nervous every time.
No, it's not even about nervous. It's that's the guy from Game 7.
Like Chris Brendan Little's still here.
Brendan Little.
He should have been gone last offseason too. He had a good season last
He had one of the great performances I've seen by any reliever all year last night.
Last night.
He made Jordan Alvarez in that stretch look like an idiot. Alvarez might win the Triple Crown this year for Houston. He made Alvarez look like a joke.
He did.
Brendan Little said, this is my time. Hoffman's gone. I'm taking over.
But there's another guy maybe you could have got out of last offseason. It's crazy. Okay, this is, I guess, my point. Do you think they're worse off, like, today than they were yesterday to win a game? Like, are they that much worse that they're not going to win
Are you talking
games?
about strictly this season?
Yeah. Would you say they're better or worse than they were yesterday before the deadline? Or, like, on par?
I have a hard time saying they're better if Gosman's not starting games for you. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Jose Soriano's basically Gosman. He's got his Gosman light. So maybe that's
harder.
a wash.
He throws hard.
You know what? If Soriano throws at the same level this year, which was Gosman, as we've illustrated,
they're not worse than they were yesterday.
I don't think they're necessarily worse.
Not much better? No, but they could just start winning. Like,
in terms of this year, again, a year where they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
I think they could get closer.
To answer your question, I think they're a little bit better subtracting what they've subtracted.
Okay.
Varsho was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And he's now going to play in a much bigger center field over there whenever he's in center field. I don't know how he's going to do in Houston. That's a tough park, man.
Especially with that wall, yeah.
That's a tough, and he can't see the wall half the time. You have an extra 9 feet of space in Houston center field. He's still going to run into the wall like he forgot it was there. But-
now the board's not working. Tried to hit the hey, Michael.
That's fine.
Michael, what's this? A wall. Dalton, be careful.
Hey, listen, don't worry about the board. We have control of it. we have control of it.
Apparently not.
Seaside in the chat. Yeah, he will go through a wall in Houston. He will.
Or run right into that corner.
Christopher in the chat. Varsho broken shoulder incoming. And Jith in the chat. Varsho gone. Hoffman gone. Huge addition by subtraction.
But that's a crazy. You traded like integral pieces, and you're not that much worse. Like
In terms of this moment, I don't disagree with you. Because I'd rather have Arrighetti pitch than Scherzer. I know Scherzer looked good his last start, but
Well, I was gonna say
let's
to
be
you,
honest here.
You gotta love this. No more Scherzer potentially. Although he's making his
No.
next
Well,
start.
he wants to catch Walter Johnson for whatever the strikeout record is for 10th that we can't figure out because it was a long time ago.
Yeah, did he tie it now?
No.
I don't even know. I'm so confused by it.
The record's Walter Johnson. I can't believe they did this to Shulman mid-broadcast. They're
Yeah.
like, by the way, the record is now 3,515
Yeah, that was
strikeouts,
weird, right?
Not 3,505 strikeouts. Oh, okay, great.
I'm not the only
That's
one who
great.
got confused by that. I was like, what?
Listen, if all I know is I don't care. It's a record that no one in the city will care about. Once Scherzer passes it, he really wants it. Fine, good for him. Once again, we're at the kid's birthday party. It's just to make him happy. Fine.
But this to me is, again, just kind of middling. Like, yes, you've got depth, which you needed, but you're not significantly better or better really at all.
There's a lot of people in the chat like Vlad has to be better.
Yeah,
I think we're all on the
of
same
course.
page on that.
But that's the thing. They could still kind of get close with him being as bad as he's been this year, which is kind of mind-blowing to me.
Azzo, I need to say this to you out loud and to everyone in the chat and everyone listening. This team will not earn an ounce of my respect this season unless they hit 500 because they haven't deserved it. I will not buy into the talk of there's still time. I will not buy into the talk of teams ahead of them sold. I will not buy into the talk of addition by subtraction. This team is immature, specifically from a batting standpoint, and I do not believe they have near what it takes. They scored 3 runs last night.
Yeah, but that's
3.
how they're going to win games. I've told you.
But
this for the
so
last-
that means they're not going to win a ton of games if you're scoring 3 runs.
Their pitching isn't the problem. I don't know.
Pitching hasn't been the problem.
Except for all
Azzo.
the injuries. I know.
Now, long term, listen, if Ross Atkins is looking long term at what his pitching might look like, yes, I understand that all went into this with Jose Soriano. I get it. I understand. But if it's the same lineup out there in July of next year, whenever they start playing baseball games because of the work stoppage, what does it matter? What does it matter?
And listen, this is the thing that frustrates me too, as much as to what you just said. It seems like when they get to 500, that's a win for them, and then they fall off again. How many times have we seen that?
And who was
where they get in, like right to 500 or
and
just
who
below,
was
and then they
principally
fall off.
responsible for that downfall? It was Hoffman's blown appearance at Camden Yards on the
And then
Saturday
it takes
afternoon.
the life right out of
And they have not been the same since.
Yeah, well, it's happened a couple times this year.
But that one was bad.
Yeah, that one was really bad. That's right when they got to 500.
Were they up?
They were right there.
They were up 4-1.
3 runs. I was about.
They were up 3 runs.
Yeah.
Joke.
Think it is? Ah, okay.
I'm not going to take it easy.
No shit.
I am not going to take an ease.
I just wonder if sending some of those guys out changes the mood down there. Plus Gosman's I think Gosman's comments on the way out were perfect.
In what way?
Just to wake this team up to what they're doing.
I
And
don't
the
think,
immaturity.
I don't
of
think it
this
woke
league.
anyone up. I have to be honest. Schneider didn't even hear the comments talking to Blair and Barker. He had no idea what he was talking about. None.
They won what? 5 of their last 7 since there.
5 of their last 7. Congratulations.
No, I know.
You're 7 games below 500.
Dude, it might be the best stretch they've had all season. It might be. What we say? They went on 2 4-game winning streaks all year. They haven't even been able to win 5 games in a row all year.
Dan in the chat writes the following, and I want to sit on this for a second. This trade deadline was simply a PR move. Let's stay there for a second. Because my biggest concern with this Jays team right now, generally, is I don't think there's any real vision. I think you got lucky for 1 year. You almost won it all. You're not that good, and no one really knows what this is. So it's tough to get a vision. It's tough to figure that out. And the term you've heard a lot in the city of Toronto for the last couple of weeks is hybrid deadline for the Jays. For those of you asking, what does that mean? Because at times I've asked myself what that means. The general meaning is this. You do a bunch of things at the deadline. You can sell a bit, you can buy a bit, maybe hold a bit. And sure as you know what, that's basically what the Jays did over the last 48 hours. They sold, Gausman gone, Jeff Hoffman gone. You brought in some other pieces. Obviously, Soriano. He had the great first month. And Spencer Arrighetti, if he gets healthy, can kind of pitch for you. Maybe that's a guy. They've been dying for him to be a guy in Houston for a while. They just traded him, by the way. Breaking news. And then the hold part is if you still have tickets for the Jays for the rest of this summer, guess what? Springer's still going to be there. So the Toronto Blue Jays with no vision wanted to do all types of divisions at the deadline, and that's exactly what happened. They bought, they sold, and they held for the ticket-buying public who loves them some George Springer. Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair to the Jays, it doesn't sound like Springer was waiving his trade rights as it is. We don't have confirmation of that. But a reminder that he's a 10-5 guy, 10 years in the major leagues, 5 with the same team. You can veto a trade. Jacob deGrom of the Rangers did that yesterday. A couple times, apparently. But the Jays, because they don't have any real vision, did all the visions. They made their ticket-buying public happy. They bought. So you can be a little excited. Look at the excitement on Jose Soriano.
Yeah, it's true.
98% of Jays fans wouldn't recognize this guy if they hit him with their car. They have no idea who Jose Soriano is, but hey, they got him. And then you sold and did somewhat the responsible thing with other names. So no one can call them out on not doing any of the things because they did all the things because they don't have any real vision. A real team picks one thing to do and they go. I got news for you. In politics, there's a phrase, when you try and make everyone happy, no one's happy. The clearest sign of the lack of vision in the Blue Jays organization was the lack of clarity as to what this is. A hybrid deadline is a cowardly way out for any organization. Because it basically says to you, we really don't know what this is right now. Let's see. That's my problem with yesterday. I didn't see a vision.
But
if someone saw a vision, you're hitting leadoff first on this. If someone saw a vision yesterday, besides just save the controllable arms. Save it. Give me the other vision yesterday. Besides controllable arms, I'm willing to listen to it. Go ahead.
But if they picked a lane, would that be admitting last year was a fluke? And can ownership do that? They can't admit last year was just luck.
Well, you traded Gausman. You traded. It's not like
but
they
he
didn't
was
trade
expiring,
guys,
right? He was expiring.
All right, Springer's expiring.
Yeah, but again, he has control. I don't know what happened.
Who knows?
But Springer could lead this team too, like he did in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm just saying, if they fully went in one direction, and again, dude, the guys you are bringing back next year, Vladdy, Okamoto, Cease, they're all like they're at or close to 30 years old. Like, you can't sell off. You can't start like kind of rebuilding and waiting for these guys 2 or 3 years.
Well, I know they're not rebuilding. They're trading their second-ranked prospect.
No, I know.
They're not doing that.
No, because you can't wait for those guys with the other core pieces that you know are coming back next year around 30 years old. Their window.
But here's my point. If there's a salary cap coming, because the Jays are top 5, right? If there's a salary cap coming, doesn't it behoove you to have cheap, young players?
Yeah.
Could we not try on Arjun Nimala? Can we not give that a shot? I don't know. You're going to need the JoJo Parkers of the world. I don't know what else is in the system.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we are entering the potential salary cap world in Major League Baseball where a kid like Nimala might be very, very, very valuable to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm with you. I didn't know if yesterday was the time to use that bullet. Yesterday.
That is Azzo. That's my biggest point.
I know, and I don't think people get that.
That's
but
my biggest point.
I'm with you on it.
I don't think that was when, as you sit there, go full on you, wearing a Bullet Club shirt. Was that the time to use one of your only prospect bullets in the market?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
When you only have so few, too. Again, they have the 2 guys at the top. Maybe some people talk about their 3rd or 4th, but it's those 2 guys at the top everybody was talking about.
The mayor in the chat should have been looking for the next Donaldson. What a trade that was.
That's true.
What a trade that was.
But you know what I get? Like, if they decided to pick that lane and just start like trying to revamp everything, it kind of admits last year was a big time fluke. And I don't think management can do that. They want to say, "Oh yeah, no, we knew they were."
No,
gonna go on that run."
listen, you're right.
Right?
I
You know
hate
what I'm saying?
I hate saying this on air. Azzo's
I
right.
think it's the second time today.
Second time since February 9th.
You know what I was looking for? Do you remember that? Who was it? Was it the Mariners GM or the owner who said, like, you just try and win like 80% or what was it? Remember, there was like a percentage he says you try and win every time.
He took a lot of heat in the Seattle market for that.
And then eventually,
Yeah.
maybe one year you get lucky and go on a run.
Yeah.
I was trying to find that quote because to me, that's what the Jays are doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Let me give this a shot. Hold on.
Yeah, I tried to
Let me
find
give
it
this
and
a
I
shot.
couldn't find it because I can't remember what the percentage says he was, where you kind of middle all the time. And eventually, one time, maybe you get lucky and you go on a run.
Because he wouldn't go in around the trade deadline. It was Jerry.
Right.
It was Jerry DiPoto. Jerry DiPoto of the Mariners. He had the 54% rule. He said
That's it.
winning 54% of games over a decade, roughly 87 wins per season, virtually guarantees a team will reach the World Series during that span at least once.
Boom. That's exactly what happened to the Jays last year. And this is exactly, we're on the decade course with Mark and Ross. Isn't that crazy? They're by the same
Do you know
mind
how much crap he took for that quote?
I
And
know.
that's exactly, you're right. That's exactly what happened to the Jays last season. But the Jays right now are not winning 54% of their games.
And I remember the crap that came
That's
out
the only
that he
problem.
said that stuff.
Oh, they were
Fans were
pissed.
mad.
They weren't going in on any of the deadlines.
Yeah.
Thank
you for finding that so quick. I don't know why I couldn't find it.
Well, that's Google. The timing was awful for that comment too.
Yeah.
Awful.
But to me, that's exactly what the Jays are still doing and hoping they need another decade where eventually it pays off in 1 year.
Slosh Hogger in the chat. That's actually uncanny, that statistic.
Isn't
It's
it?
true.
I'm glad I brought it up because I was mad I couldn't find it. I wanted to bring it up. Thank you.
Atomic Bomb in the chat. Sid, stop pretending you're drinking something.
It does seem like that's
coffee.
a bottomless cup.
It's coffee.
But you take so many sips and to think it's not empty?
I
Just trust
can't.
me.
I don't know how people do shows without caffeine hits.
He makes me wash it out every day. There's still coffee left in it after.
Maybe that's my problem. Too many caffeine hits.
Maybe.
But I think it makes me more interesting. You don't want to, do you want me here to like chill out? What if I came up today? What if this was the show today? This was the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. And I come up today and go, guys, I give Ross an A+.
Click.
Click.
I'm gone.
You're watching the next Pablo Torre video.
Yeah,
Done.
kidding.
Over.
Dude, you still have that quote? Read that to me again.
Dude, don't just, can you not ask me in a sexy way like that? That's what makes me
Hey, I
uncomfortable.
was right again.
Again, this was Seattle Mariners president of baseball ops, Jerry DiPoto, a while back.
Yeah, it was.
He stated that winning 54% of games over a decade, which is 87 wins per season roughly, virtually guarantees a team will reach the World Series once during that span. That's some Nostradamus Jays stuff right there.
Right?
But again, the Jays weren't winning 54%. They were last in 2024
Yeah, but how
in their
many-
division.
Yeah.
And they're going to be last potentially
They're
this
not
year.
getting to
Unless the
87.
Orioles just fall off the map without Adley Rutschman.
I want to see how many times they actually did hit this. The last decade.
87 wins. I think the last 3 third-place wildcard teams in the American League, 87 wins.
So last
I
year
think
they had
that-
94. Year before that, 74. Year before that, 89. Year before that, 92. Like, I bet you the average would be around 87, though. 91.
Jordan in the chat, Sid, your coffee is cold. I don't mind cold coffee.
Neither do I. Iced coffee.
I don't
Whatever.
think people should be scared of cold coffee. You know, because you know what it is? It means you're busy,
Yep.
but you still like your coffee.
So you need that caffeine kick.
You know who drinks nothing but warm coffee? Non-busy people. I'm telling you. If your coffee's cold, it means you're being a productive person in society. Cheers to the cold coffee, folks.
Dude, so in the last 5 seasons, you know what the Jays have averaged? 88 wins.
What?
The last 5 seasons, they've averaged 88 wins, not counting this year.
What?
Yeah,
That's the number?
that's the number.
This Jerry DiPoto story is freaking me out.
Dude.
Dan in the chat, you sure that just wasn't Chat GPT saying that, talking with Keith Pelly? Maybe. You hit the,
That's
you,
one.
yeah, you can't hit the
We have
button.
just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
Proven. Facts.
Where's the due diligence one is what I thought you were going to. I think.
That's what I tried. The one button's not working.
We've conducted due diligence, and it was deep due diligence.
Jerry DiPoto conducted deep due diligence on that quote.
And he was bang on.
Deep.
Mariners fans wish they would have got to the World Series. They almost did it last year too, right? Like they could have been the team last year instead of the Jays, but Hoffman shut them down in the ninth.
Chris in the chat, Jerry DiPoto was a witch. Maybe.
But the Jays, my point is, the Jays front office abide by the exact same theory. And you can't argue that.
But it puts him in a weird spot now because you don't, then what is it? Right?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Like
That's
I'm
what
fine.
saying.
I'm fine with that theory, and once in a while it comes to pass, clearly. But then what?
Yeah.
Then what?
But what are you the other 9 years?
You're Ted Lilly fighting with John Gibbons.
Right? 2 last
That's
place
what you are.
finishes, maybe making
Yes.
a playoffs, but not winning a playoff. They hadn't won a playoff game before last year every time they made it. And 2 last place finishes among that. What are you?
Man.
But that's what they subscribe to, and that's what the fans have eaten up. You're eating up this controllable stuff, but you're always going to be that kind of middling team right there around the playoffs.
All right, so at the end of the day, Aswa and I just fixed the Jays. Good conversation.
No, if we fixed them, but we figured them out.
They just try. When you try and do everything, you do nothing. Is my point.
We didn't even play.
So this hybrid deadline stuff is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you try and do everything, you get nothing accomplished. Nothing. Oh my God.
Do we want any of the clips we pulled? Man, we didn't pull it.
We should.
Yeah, I know. Or do you want to just see Schneider welcoming Soriano?
No, let's save that for the end.
Okay.
I want to save that for the end.
All
right. There was, though, a ton of very interesting sound after the fact. Jeff Hoffman was basically talking to the media an hour before the deadline and was asked, have you been told you're traded or safe? He's like, I hope I'm safe. So I'm paraphrasing. He said, I better be safe. Nope. Off to Minnesota. But both Jeff Hoffman and Dalton Varsho had, to no one's surprise, incredibly kind things to say about the Jays and how they go about things, which is in contrast a little to what Kevin Gausman has been saying the last little while, in a way. So let's go through Hoffman first. Hoffman was in the dugout in Houston. It's not Minute Maid Park anymore. What is it? Dakin Field? Stupid
It's
name.
Minute Maid.
It's Minute Maid Park.
Hell yeah.
To hell with it.
Still the Sky Dome.
By the way, the Jays at trade deadlines down through the years have had some very interesting moments in Houston.
At Minute Maid, it's
do
true.
you remember when Alex Anthopoulos didn't go all in?
The
And
Bautista.
everyone freaked. Yeah, Bautista freaked out.
Yeah.
Everybody freaked out.
Yep.
And now we're in a situation where Dalton Varsho is like going across the hall to his new team. Jeff Hoffman said this on the way out yesterday, speaking to the media after being dealt to Minnesota.
Bad to have to say goodbye to everybody, and you spend so much time with these guys that everybody gets really close, and obviously with what we did last year, everybody's even closer. You know, once you play in a place like this, you don't want to leave. So they definitely have a great thing going, and you know, I think all organizations should strive to be like Toronto.
That was really nice. Handled it with
But
class.
again, it in contrast to Gausman's comments, interesting to me.
In what sense, though?
Kevin Gausman told Mike Wilner, we don't love each other like we used to. That's a direct quote.
No, but he said after last year, you're closer. And you do.
All I'm saying is this year.
And there's a guy a lot of people had to comfort after that World Series.
Right.
He's the guy who went up to a mic and said, I just cost these guys that World
Still
Series.
one of the most professional things I've ever seen is Kevin Gausman, or excuse me, is Jeff Hoffman speaking to the media after Game 7.
I was going to say, if we're going to give him credit for anything, he was a pro with how he dealt with all of this.
100%. I will always give
And that was
Jeff Hoffman
classy
credit for that.
on the way out. That was very classy.
Because guess what? If he ducked it, I understand.
Yeah. Agreed 100%.
That's one of the rare moments I would not have ripped Jeff Hoffman. I'd rip him for other things, but not for not speaking to the media. And he was like, he stood up and took his medicine in that scrum. That was a deep scrum. A lot of cameras in that.
But like to me, Hoffman and Gausman are so different though, because Gausman was trying to be a leader on this team. I think Hoffman was happy he was still there. And
I don't know if Jeff Hoffman wasn't a leader on the team. I don't know. I'm not there. It's tough to say. Hoffman was a light guy.
Yeah, no, I know he was.
I don't know.
There's no argument there.
I just like the dichotomy.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. And Gausman always said it's a business. It's a business. These guys know they had another year of control. I don't know. Hoffman, I think, knew his time was done, which kind of sucked too. Like it is hard to go out that way.
Michael Bishop in the chat. Maybe the starting pitchers had beef with everybody else.
No run support.
I think
no run support.
Starting pitchers had beef with some batters. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Chris Bassett would have had a fist fight by now with someone in that clubhouse.
Preach.
Fist fight.
True.
And he has 9 fists to choose from in his
In his
in his Rolodex. He threw hook, uppercut, all kinds of punches from Chris Bassett. Dalton Varsho was put at the podium by the Houston Astros
in his Astros gear.
In his Astros gear.
Yeah.
By the way, horrific Astros uniforms. Horrific.
Thank you.
Horrific.
You hated uniform talk.
I just didn't. Most people listening to this maybe saw the game yesterday. Just the worst.
They were really bad.
But they put Dalton Varsho up there like he was manager Joe Espada. Was it not weird?
I did see him a bit weird.
But it got emotional. It got emotional with Dalton Varsho. This is how it sounded.
So you kind of create over there and experience you kind of lived with those guys of last year with the World Series and all the things you kind of grinded together. And it's just a lot of those memories kind of flooded back in and I felt it with Gauzy last night on the plane. Broke down, like cried with me and George, and it's just like one of those things where it is emotional, but I'm in a better place now after a couple hours, just kind of getting my breath, kind of understanding where I'm at. But obviously wish those guys the best because I really do care for a lot of those guys, especially the coaches, and just it's hard.
Got emotional there.
He got very emotional.
I'm going to keep it above the belt. I was going to say a few things. Dalton Varsho, I've heard, is a fantastic human being.
Yeah. Classy guy. It would be hard.
Join in the chat. Stop starting stuff, Sid. They both liked it here last year and this year. Okay. Kevin Gosman had some issues, though. Do you respect Kevin Gosman's opinion? I don't know. I'm just saying. Guys, once in a while, your clubhouse is not going to be good. Hey, Leaf fans, I got news for you. Maybe the dressing room isn't what you thought it was the last 10 years. Maybe that had something to do with it. All right, finally, I wasn't going to do this, but Ross Atkins is the GM. And one of the more interesting aspects of yesterday was the players that didn't go. I mean, we have Shane Bieber and Azzo. Again, how Ross Atkins doesn't trade Shane Bieber after the 2 starts prior to the national start is beyond me.
Maybe hold him out a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Listen,
hold him out.
Now 3 out of the last 4 have been good.
Okay, but that one last Monday in Washington buried his trade chances.
Yep.
Buried.
Yep.
I was stunned he wasn't traded because he doesn't have trade protection at all.
I'm saying some other teams held out their pitchers they were looking to trade.
Oh, they were. No, they held him out. You're right. So he wasn't dealt. Nobody wanted Scherzer. Any talk in this town of somebody wanting Max Scherzer, it was idiotic. The one guy, do you know in the second half of the year after the All-Star break, 16 games, George Springer's hitting 328?
Yeah. Dude, he's been on fire since the break.
Springer's hitting 328 since the All-Star break. Now, I don't think he can field, which is problematic for a team acquiring him.
They have a couple guys who can't.
Yeah. Varsho was one of them.
Can't tell me Jesus Sanchez is like no less of a mystery out there than
true.
George Springer. There was a fly ball yesterday I got so worried about with it.
I am not going to defend Jesus Sanchez's defending capabilities.
I was like, you can't tell me Springer's better than him.
But the Springer thing is weird because if he just quietly told them, I don't want to go, it's over. The Jays can't move him.
Yep.
He has trade protection, George Springer. But I don't think ownership was mad at that. I think ownership wants Springer around for the stretch run for the ticket buying public. And I understand it. George Springer's a folk hero in this city. But yesterday, Ross Atkins was asked about the guys who did not leave and the thought process on keeping Scherzer. Scherzer was never getting traded, but like Shane Bieber and George Springer specifically.
As we have so much support here, it wasn't necessary that we trade them, and there was benefit to us continuing to compete, benefit to individuals like Max and George and Shane being here to impact others individually and impact us winning baseball games.
What did he? Can you play the first 10 seconds of that again? What does he mean by we have because of the support we have here? Play it
Because we have so much support here, it wasn't necessary that we trade them, and there was benefit to us continuing to compete, benefit to individuals like Max and George and Shane being here to impact others individually and impact us winning baseball games.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
To me, it's one of two things.
Is it ownership support? What does he mean by we have so much support
Or
here?
fan support that those tickets are sold.
Okay, he's talking about the fans.
No, I don't know. That's how I took it originally. But then see, here's the problem with Ross because he talks in circles. By the end, it sounded like in the clubhouse, like they are the support in the clubhouse. I don't know. I didn't take ownership at all. My initial thought on that was fans, the fan support with tickets sold, and at the end, it sounded like we need them in the clubhouse. I don't know.
Sean in the Yukon, he's talking about fan support, guys.
But
okay,
the end he seemed to backtrack.
The fan support is the most plausible explanation for the comment.
That's how I took it originally.
But that's a bad way to run a team, man. That's a bad way to run a team. I was kind of scared of that heading into the deadline.
Yeah.
It didn't completely come to pass, but I think with Springer specifically, it may have.
You had brought
it
that.
may have.
And again, he could have been a guy who said, "Hey, I don't want to go anywhere. Just let me ride this contract out," because he had that right. Part of me feels like that's what he did.
Yeah, I want
to. You still see him and Vladdy joking around and stuff.
I want to go easy on this because it may have been completely out of Ross Atkins' hands.
But shouldn't
he
just tell us that? Well, I don't know.
No. Then you throw. Well, why make a player look bad who's about to leave and sign with another team?
It's not making him look bad. Do you think fans would be mad at that? I don't.
Yes, I think you and I would have a conversation about it today. Because Jacob deGrom is getting killed in Texas today in some parts, not all parts, some parts. Grace will shut down in the chat. We got that fan spirit. Yes, you do.
I hit it too many times earlier. I'm not hitting it again.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's acting up. But we have firm control of that. Okay, so that was the clip on names that didn't go. And again, I'm not going to destroy Ross on it because who knows. But big picture, Keegan Matheson, again, this was a Zoom call. So Ross Atkins hasn't spoken in person on the record with the media since the end of June. Was that it? Something like that?
Yeah.
End of June?
I believe so.
I hope the Zoom calls with Ross don't become the norm, personally. But I digress.
Yeah, it was June 23rd.
June 23rd, thank you. But Keegan Matheson of MLB.com then asked a pretty good question to Ross, where did this go wrong this year? I thought it was a pretty relevant question. First up, Keegan, then the answer. Here it is.
Do you feel was missing this year, and do you feel like this deadline has set you up to find that again in any way?
Yeah. Obviously I feel accountable for where we are. And, as I said, my appreciation and respect for the fans and what they've been through and how supportive they've been. I just mostly feel incredibly accountable and disappointment. And how we're going to work very hard to understand. We've been trying to do that all year. I feel that I haven't been able to find the right adjustments and the right preparation for the group that is here right now. We're going to continue to do that. As it relates to having improved our roster, yes, we feel like we've added some impact pitching to our group at the major league level and all the way down to the lower levels of the minor leagues, and some position player depth as well. Obviously, we had to give up things to do that, but we feel like we're in a healthier position moving forward.
Jeff in the chat, Atkins is alive? Yes, he is. It's good to see. It's good to see. He said support again a couple times in that?
He did.
It's my God, it's the full houses.
I think so.
The full houses at Rogers Center are playing a role in this. Oh my holy God.
Tickets are sold for this season.
That's how you're running the team, eh?
It does sound like.
Wow.
Not to disappoint the fans who have already bought tickets, basically.
Wow.
That's what I'm hearing.
With that said, though, they still got rid of Hoffman.
Yeah, well.
Think about that.
Again, but that's to
Think about
support
that.
the fans. Fans don't want to boo him anymore. It's true. They did that. Honestly, the Hoffman move was for the fans. They would have kept
it was. We all got the same feeling seeing him out there. It was like.
It wasn't fair to him.
You know what it is? It's like seeing Hoffman every time. You might have the best neighbor in the world, but like one day when they accidentally hit you with their car, you're going to remember that every time you look at them.
Yeah, it's true.
They might be the best neighbor. They helped mow your lawn They're a great person. Every time you see that person, remember when he hit me with the car? I remember that.
That wasn't cool, right?
It was last year, but I still really, it was less than a year ago when he hit me with the car. You're still going to remember that.
Or he owes you money?
Yeah, something like that. What happened to that AI company he was starting up? What happened with that?
Remember when he was supposed to come plant trees?
I paid him good money. He planted no trees.
He was supposed to send out one tweet.
Didn't put out a single tweet. What happened to that? Boy, Dave's a good neighbor, but sometimes, man, I don't trust him.
Oh, man.
By the way, the other thing that drove me nuts yesterday in the narrative, everything's like, or everyone online is like, guys, Atkins, he doesn't like picking up bats or slugging. Yeah. Guys, if he doesn't, why did he pay Santander $92 million? Answer me that. Riddle me this.
I can.
Because he was panicking for his job.
Yep. He was expiring. That contract was expiring.
And he was panicking for his job. So what did he do? He got slugging, or so he thought, before Santander ate his way off the roster.
Kind of did.
Don't tell me Ross Atkins doesn't bring in slugging. He paid $92 million of Rogers' money for slugging. Because Santander has no interest in playing doesn't nullify the fact he bought slugging. Oh, Ross doesn't. Ross about run prevention. Shut up. Yes, $92.5 million for Santander was about run prevention. Yes. Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. Unbelievable. We do have an update on Santander later in the show, though, which is great. We have pictures of Jose Soriano and John Schneider.
There was one happy guy yesterday.
So the Jays put this out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They put it out on X. They put it out on Facebook.
I don't know why I find these so interesting. I know Azzo does.
The caption was Soriano meets the skip.
All right. So Jose Soriano, the newest Jay.
We'll start here.
For the listening audience, nice picture of Jose Soriano and John Schneider is wearing a shirt, I kid you not, that says "Body Built to Work."
It puts in work.
I have a lot of those shirts. You don't see me wearing them. All right, what's the next photo?
So their embrace.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. John Schneider is hugging him like he's a cousin he hasn't seen in 13 years.
Dude, he's not letting go. He's so happy too.
It seemed okay. All right. You had the same guy in Gosman. It's the same stats, but better control. Sure. Okay. No problem.
4 more innings.
No
Gosman
problem.
has this
Okay.
year, right?
No problem. All right. What's the next photo from?
Hold
on. John Schneider's telling a joke. Look out.
And you know who found it funny? John Schneider. That's funny, man.
Jose Soriano, body built to work, mouth made the joke. Leave that picture up for a second, Hazo.
Yeah.
Leave that picture
It
up.
seems so funny.
Before I go to the chat.
I like seeing John this happy. He deserves to be happy after this.
No one wants to be liked more than John Schneider. You know why? He doesn't deserve the job he has.
I'm not touching that.
Let's go to the chat.
We got to a World Series.
Philip in the chat. Hey, Michael, what is this?
Michael, what is this?
It's your new Kevin Gosman.
Yep.
Enjoy. Jose Soriano. Boy, did he have a good April. May? I don't want to talk about it.
I'd rather seen a picture of Soriano and Pete Walker, please.
Man.
Can we see if they're working on it?
Joshua in the chat. Are we scrum surfing the pictures?
Yeah,
we are.
Pretty much.
We are.
That's pretty funny.
Gala in the chat. If John Schneider wore that shirt to a job interview, I'd say no.
Very good.
Gus in the chat. We need Kawhi in that shot.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. Giggles McGee, John Schneider, is hilarious to me.
Caught it. So candid. Like,
You know what Soriano just said to him before they started laughing? Hey, John, are you moving Vladdy down in the lineup? And they both found it so funny because that's never happening.
That's not happening.
Because why would it happen? Why would it happen? My God.
Anyway, so see, Josh Schneider had a good day yesterday. He was loving it.
Wow. Look, real broken up. All the guys got traded away. Eh, John Schneider? Look how broken up John Schneider is that Jeff Hoffman's not on his team anymore.
Oh, man.
He's like, you won't believe where they're hitting Varsho tonight in the Astros lineup.
Maybe that's what he found out.
Maybe.
Varshaw's hitting 4th for them tonight. Oh, man. Anyway.
Thank you for showing me those pictures, Azo, yesterday.
good.
I did not see those photos.
The embrace one was the one that caught me.
Look at
John
this.
looks so happy.
Look at this.
The hug is just so warm.
It's like they just won the ALCS with Soriano pitching a complete game in Game 6. That's what it looks like.
It's true. Oh, man.
Man. Jeff who? Could be worse. It's just like, all you keep hearing, and it's true, such a tough... Dalton Varshaw's crying. He's crying across the hall. John Schneider doesn't give a rat's ass.
He's got
about
another
Dalton.
front of the
We
rotation.
got Jose Soriano.
Yeah. Another front of the rotation guy, apparently.
Oh, my God. Cool guy in the chat. He's got spirit.
Definitely, he does.
Jordan in the chat. Navi knows what's up.
CP24 needs to find him again.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Those pictures are amazing. On one of the toughest days professionally in baseball for a major leaguer, John Schneider doesn't give a damn about anything other than I love you, Jose
He said
Soriano.
it was a tough day.
I love you. Show the picture again.
New guy.
Show the laughing.
It's a new guy.
See how broken up. Look how broken up John Schneider is. He can barely. He's almost collapsed. His face is redder than like a normal game.
On the side, they're like, "Hey, John, we just traded Jeff." Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Talking
no problem.
to
No
Jose.
problem.
Let me talk to Jose over here.
What do we get back for Jeff? I don't care. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
So good.
Oh my God.
Very good.
That is, John Schneider is fine with all of it. I love it.
It's awesome.
I love it. Oh man. Special in the chat. Azo needs an NWO shirt. Do you not have an NWO shirt?
It's faded. It's so worn out. I need a new one. Got a few DX ones too. Actually, they're worn out too.
Put the picture back up, please.
Which one?
You know the laughing one, please. Diesel in the chat. John Schneider is Ted Lassoing this thing up.
He really is.
Jose, mind like a goldfish. Have a mind like a goldfish. Just forget it.
Just forget it. When you get no run
Just
support,
forget it.
just forget it.
Mind like a goldfish.
Just pitch as many innings with no run support. Maybe we'll win.
Man. Do we know if Kevin Gausman's throwing for the Cubs Thursday against the Jays?
That's the last.
Is that
I heard.
official?
I thought it was.
It could be like Jamison Tyone
Tyone
against
versus him?
Kevin Gausman.
Let's see what some of the apps say.
Graceful shutdown in the chat. Baseball is live. Oh, man. I don't know why I found those Schneider photos so funny, but I did.
Very good.
There's good catch, Azo. I had missed that completely.
It says David Peterson pitching for the Cubs on Thursday.
Yeah, because he's on turn as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm telling you, every I don't like those stories. It's like, oh, he's going to start on this day for the new team. Well,
Sure. Break the fan base's heart again.
Relax,
man.
Relax. Any other Jays stuff?
I think
we went an hour and 30 minutes on the Jays.
90 minutes almost the whole show. That's trade deadline. Things are happening.
Hey, Azo.
Yeah, I said.
Great time of year.
We don't have to watch Varsho play anymore.
Nope. Well, we do tonight, actually.
We do again.
We're still subjected to Varsho, but in a hilarious way.
It's easier when he's on the other team.
Yes, correct.
Good guy.
Good guy. Yeah, that's important. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. Hey, Azo.
Yes, it.
You like this shirt?
I do. You know what I like about it? It's different. It's different.
It's not your usual It's not my usual.
It's not your usual
It's got a vintage look to it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you like my shirt?
I do, actually. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Maybe that's one I'll steal.
You can. Or you just go up to Ed's Fine Imports and get one yourself.
Where's that?
Clothing for today's show provided by Ed's Fine Imports, Markham, Ontario's #1 clothing store for the last 20 years. Formal, casual, they've got you covered. Brands like Cycle Bunny, Blue Industry, Page Jeans, Nobis, Gitch, Bugatti, Paul Batenley, 7 Downey Street, Tommy Bahama, and so much more. Ed's Fine Imports, just north of McCowan and the 407. Go to the store in person or go to edsfineimports.com online. Tell them Sid sent you and get a 15% discount on your first purchase. Tell them Azo sent you. They'll hug you like Jose Soriano.
It's a good shirt.
I like it. It's not
Your
what I
typical
normally
style,
wear,
which
but
is why I like it.
It's bringing out.
You got to branch out sometimes, man.
Dan in the chat. Shout out Markham.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like the shirt in the chat.
The Smurf in the chat. Azo's not welcome at Ed's. who told Smurf about the story.
Why are they always closed when I go?
Everything's locked up. I always see them eating sandwiches and espresso. They never let me in.
I don't know.
Have you seen this Connor McDavid thing online over the last couple of days?
I caught it yesterday.
All right, so look, it's August 4th. Every NHL insider for the main networks or outside of the main networks who do a great job, they're taking time off. Why? Because they're basically doctors and they're on call 24/7. Just the job isn't as important. But remember, like, folks have families and kids, and like they leave things, they drop everything because Jason Robertson's agent wants to talk to you. Like, that's the gig. What we see is the end result of like numerous phone calls and conversations. Am I wrong in this, Azo?
No.
Like, but that goes for all of them. Like, and I know this is the business they've chosen, but like, you got to respect that a little bit. I just want to get that out there. Azo and I were done today. If something crazy happens, I'll record something at home, or Azo jumps on with me when he's really pissed, which hasn't happened yet, but the door is open, and we post something on YouTube tonight. That's a good world to be in, actually. We know when we're working. NHL insiders have no real clue. So they're all off. Jacqueline in the chat, Dr. Sid posted a video last night. It's true, I did. After the deadline. That's true. The doctor's in session.
Okay.
All I need is a plastic glove. That's for a future bit.
Oh, because you're dissecting it? I get it.
Yeah. So like all the insiders you follow, you know who I'm talking about. They're all taking well-deserved time off. But there was a rumor that started within the last 48 hours, and it's moving. And I'm not going to cite it because quite frankly, I don't trust where it's from. Yeah. But as a conversation, I find this hilarious.
It is.
There's a thought being floated that Connor McDavid, who is now less than 2 years from unrestricted free agency, has already decided he wants to sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I can't even say it with a straight face.
It's hard.
Azo, is there a world? I don't believe for 1 second Connor McDavid, having gone through the Canadian hockey market ringer, would up the ante, with all due respect to Edmonton, to a slightly crazier hockey market, which is Toronto, and take on not only the pressure for him to potentially win his first cup, if it doesn't happen in Edmonton, but the Leafs first in like 60 years. Do you see a world where Connor McDavid, in his next contract, would sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs? I think it's an absurd thought.
So do I.
Absurd.
So do I. Like, based on what? Like, give us some reason why he's coming
like,
home.
No,
is
but
that the only
That's
answer?
the only thing.
That's the
now,
only thing.
The thing is, in terms of the cottage and golf tournaments and working out,
comes home when he wants.
He comes to Southern Ontario every offseason. You know why? He's kind of from around here.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. But being around here, as we've seen with numerous players down through the years in the National Hockey League, and putting roots down here are two different things from a hockey standpoint.
No kidding.
Steven Stamkos walked into a room in flip-flops, got freaked out, and ran back to Tampa. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
Leafs were set to give him the world. He's like, I'm good. I don't need this. I want to go to a mall like that video with Messi that's circulating where no one recognized him in Miami. Going to a sporting goods store, and it was like, he's fine.
Yeah,
like that, if you want that life, I understand it. You can have that life. In many hockey markets. Would Connor McDavid like to go to the Colorados of the world and maybe have some privacy on a good team? I don't know. Minnesota, privacy on a good team? I don't know.
But especially after this offseason, we've learned all he wants is to win at this point.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Does Toronto sell you on winning?
But if we get to a world where in less than 2 years, he still hasn't won his cup. Because we can broaden the discussion. Like this, it doesn't just become a Toronto discussion anymore. If you're in his orbit, what are you thinking? Obviously, best chance to win a cup.
Yes.
That goes without saying.
I'd say you have a better shot coming here if he wins a cup. Maybe, which I don't even see either.
I don't see Toronto being in that position in 2 years, with all due respect. I don't think Jack Roslovic has taken you anywhere. So where is the market? And it would be unless it's Montreal.
San Jose?
San Jose and Montreal would have plenty of cap space at that point. Plenty.
Those are the first.
Do you know who the
two.
youngest team is this coming season in the National Hockey League?
San Jose. Oh no, Montreal.
The Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, I did hear this.
Chicago, second youngest.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Canadiens.
Wow.
And what cap space will they have, assuming they don't go get their 2C, their second line center? What space will the Canadiens have? Like, I think it's far more. If you want to start a Montreal Canadiens rumor with McDavid in 2 years, I'm way more interested in that discussion.
I could hear that argument for
way
sure.
more interested in that discussion.
Especially if they don't win in the next 2 or whatever. They'll need that piece to get them over.
To no one's surprise, the chat has awoken on this. Shield in the chat. Shield. McDavid will be completely about finding his best chance to win the cup, period. I agree with that. Oh, no, the trader guy, don't do this. The Blue Jackets have a massive amount of space. Did wonders for us this year.
That's actually pretty
McDonald Don in the chat. McDavid brings Babcock back to Toronto.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope. But cool guy in the chat. I think the San Jose Montreal discussion is an interesting one. Now, does McDavid want to play with Darnell Nurse again? We'll find out. We'll find out.
How much more does he have on his contract?
I think it's another 4 years, right? Yeah. I think he had the Morgan Riley. I'm pretty sure.
They'll be done with him.
Yeah.
Too. They'll be done with him by that time, maybe.
Look, do I think McDavid's re-signing in Edmonton? No, I don't. I don't think Toronto's on the board.
What if this actually works with Babcock and they win it or they go to the Cup?
Oh, then he just re-signs in Edmonton.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done.
Or it's just time to move on anyway.
Because then you can be a lower level in terms of cups. Crosby. What's Crosby have? 3?
Yeah.
You might not get to 3. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. But I think the only reason McDavid would leave Edmonton is for this quest.
Yeah.
If they already had a ring, if they would have won Game 7 in South Florida 3 seasons ago, God, they were close. 3 seasons ago.
You think he would have re-upped?
I think he would have re-upped already for like 14, 15. I do.
Or is it the LeBron where you're like, hey, I brought you the cup. I'm going somewhere else to enjoy the last few years of my career.
Maybe.
Like, couldn't you see that too?
Maybe. Joshua in the chat. Nick Suzuki, McDavid as your 1-2-Cs. By God, it's McDavid and Nick Suzuki. Where the hell did it come from? Well, it came from Edmonton. The Habs are a joke in terms of how well positioned they are.
It's crazy.
A joke. And I mean that in the most complimentary way possible.
And everybody locked up till they're not the youngest team in the league.
I don't think the Leafs are in the queue, guys. Oh, here we go. Jordan in the chat. Sid, Austin, and Werenski will be recruiting Connor. They all have the same agent. Leafs Cup 2028.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, everyone's looking at the agents now.
Yeah, look, yeah. Slash Hogger says the same thing.
Yep. Werenski, McDavid, Matthews in Toronto. Yeah.
We trust.
I don't know. Judd's going to get a statue if he pulls that off.
Get it.
Judd will pull a statue.
Who? Put the Judd statue up.
Linux in the chat. This is laughable, guys. He's obviously going to the Dodgers.
That's actually the perfect response. I like that. Oh, sorry.
Sid's agent is Brisson. Sorry. When they say Sid in that last comment, I think we're talking to me.
Yeah.
I believe they were talking to me, not Sidney Crosby. Yeah, I just wanted to address that because it's flying around.
It's funny. One person, like you said, with no real credence can put that out and it starts taking.
But that doesn't mean we can't talk about it.
No, agreed.
Because guess what? Right now, he's scheduled to be a free agent in less than 2 years. Fact. Connor McDavid.
Or could demand a trade next year.
Yeah, if they don't win the cup, the Oilers are not going to mess with that. I don't think they are.
You can't.
I don't think they are. Can the Oilers trade Connor McDavid after this season if it doesn't go well? That's still a ballsy move, man. I think that's something that makes sense for an organization. I think it's a responsible thing to do in a Canadian market. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. He's not Brady Tkachuk, man. It's different. This is Connor McDavid.
You're right.
Connor McDavid.
Well, what would teams give to get 1 year at Connor McDavid?
Not some wannabe superstar who wants to leave the country and be his older brother's lapdog like Brady Tkachuk. This is Connor McDavid. Biggest dog of this generation.
It's true.
That's a tough trade to make. Even with a year left on the deal, that's a tough trade to make if you're Edmonton. But you might have to do it. I don't know. But can they? 1T City in the chat. You cannot trade him. You'll lose the trade for sure. And if he walks, he's the villain, not you. You'll never win the trade. That's not the point, though. I'm not like, you're right. 1T City, you're never winning a Connor McDavid trade, but like it's the business of it.
You get something.
Would you rather have nothing for Connor McDavid leaving or something for Connor McDavid leaving? It's up to you. It's up to you.
One season of Connor, people chasing a cup might give you something.
Hey, Edmonton, listen to me carefully. I live in a city where Marner walked for nothing. This organization that is giving you the feel in the Toronto Maple Leafs that maybe they have things more under control this year, were so scarred by that move, it's going to take them a long time to recover. It's true. Do not walk down that road. And I'm talking about Marner. Marner, McDavid. It's not the same player. You will not recover getting nothing back for Connor McDavid. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, Connor won a Conn Smythe.
Yes.
When they lost.
And how dare he not go out on the ice after that loss? Do you remember that idiotic criticism?
I do.
How dare Connor McDavid, who just had his heart ripped from his chest, not go out and raise the Conn Smythe in front of the all 18 Panther fans?
He didn't go out there to celebrate. It's true. Dumb.
Cold coffee is underrated.
I'm with you.
Cold coffee is legit underrated.
And here's the other thing. Like, even just to get picks back for the Oilers, something.
If you want to risk that, if you're Edmonton, you can. I strongly urge you to not.
Would it depend?
I strongly urge you to not do that.
If Mike Babcock survives more than a year there.
Mike Babcock's going to do something really stupid.
I think so too. And we'll be here to talk about it.
You know how I know? Because he's done stupid things in his whole career, and some of the best players in the league of this generation sought him out.
Yep.
What is his motivation to change?
Like
nothing.
Within months of getting his last job,
Nothing.
he did something dumb.
Did you learn your lesson? Nah. I want to win.
Never apologize.
I understand. I do understand the thought process, though, because people were just kind of like, oh, my goodness. My goodness, I can't believe what I heard in that press conference with Mike Babcock and the Edmonton. Shut up. It was fawned over. Don't buy any of the crap. We had some hard conversations with Mike Babcock. Are you kidding? They went golfing. Hard conversations. Shut up. Get out of here.
They had to woo him to come back. They had to, sway him to come back, persuade him.
The trader guy in the chat.
They wined and dined him.
Sid, let's be honest. Babcock was the best coach we ever had in Columbus.
Oh, my goodness.
You might be right.
I mean,
no disrespect to Rick Bowness. The motivating factor that is Rick Bowness.
He doesn't have a losing record.
Yep. Like this is how insane the Rick Bowness story is. Like all that happened years ago with Columbus, but how many players wanted out with Babcock there?
Yeah.
Rick Bowness is the one where gets weird with Werenski. And Werenski probably isn't the only one in the room thinking, I think this guy's a little nuts.
But he made it nuts at the end of the year.
You did?
Going on that tirade.
Okay. So are we in agreement if there's a Canadian market that Connor McDavid would go to in the quest for a cup, it's probably Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait, let's see what the Canucks do. I'm kidding.
I know what the Canucks are going to do. They're going to draft another family member next year.
All right.
Draft a family member.
Maybe he wants to go play with the father-son. Hey,
go ahead.
Put the heat on them, not me. Maybe he wants to go there.
First pick in next year's draft, Dave Malhotra's picked. Cousin of Caleb, nephew of Manny. It's like the Osmonds. Just bring in all the kids. It's a Kardashian show.
Don't blame me. There's two of them. Go blame one of them.
My God.
Anyway.
I want to do this one quickly. Do you guys remember, quick story. Do you guys remember late January of this year, like the Toronto Maple Leafs were completely injured all the time. And on top of that, we were getting no updates on anyone. Do you remember that? This was like in the middle of the Anthony Stolarz just leaves around Remembrance Day last year. We don't hear from Anthony Stolarz. I think this was also in the middle of the, Nyes and Matthews are skating, but we don't know if they're going to play. Remember that stretch? That was dumb. Jonas Siegel of The Athletic, in that stretch, put out a column. And the headline is this. For the listening audience, I'll read this to you. Why did the Maple Leafs eliminate a job designed to keep players healthy? So the gist of the article is how the person formerly the head of their sports science department, a guy named Rich Rottenberg, who went to work with Kyle Dubas, noticed that when he left the Leafs last summer, they didn't replace his job title. Like, they left it open. And there were other aspects of their sports medicine department that also went unfilled in terms of headcount. So Jonas got quotes from Rich Rottenberg about the Leafs, quote unquote, going a little cheap on their sports health department. And some of the quotes read this way: "It's gone back to being a traditional hockey club now. It's back to how it was before I arrived. It's like it never happened. It's absolutely why they have more injuries. You cannot have injury-free seasons the way they're currently set up. And that's no knock on anyone in particular. It just doesn't work." End quote. Well, it's kind of a knock on people in particular. It's Keith Pelley and ownership. Now, keep in mind, so this story came out late January. This is where things really started to go haywire. Like, this was the Steve Sullivan power play was slowing down, right? Like, just slowing down a little bit. And the Leafs and MLSE, like, that's a $17 billion company. Stories like this aren't good, that you're counting the pennies on your sports health department. I think Jonas cited in the article they'd already missed 200 man games due to injury that season, this past season. I remember this story vividly. And
we did talk about it.
And Brad Treliving made the rounds when at that time he was still the GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So he made the rounds and he was just like, everything's great. We have so many doctors, we don't know where to put the doctors. So many sports science people. And everyone's like, okay, all right, Brad. Brad took 9 years to make one trade, but he got out there in the media the next day on this one. Keith Pelley's like, you better talk right now. So I remembered this story when another story came up this week. And ironically, about 6 months after the accusation, the Leafs aren't spending any money on sports science people. Guess what they're now doing? Spending money on sports science people. This was the headline on the Toronto Sun's website. Why Maple Leafs made Andy O'Brien head of sport performance. PEI native is founder and president of O'Brien Sport and has worked extensively with Sidney Crosby and John Tavares. So the report goes on to say the following. Confirming reports from Steve Simmons last week, the Leafs have hired the high-profile Andy O'Brien, longtime personal trainer to Sidney Crosby, as new head of sports performance. In his role as hockey office vice president, O'Brien will oversee all areas pertaining to performance optimization. And there's a lot of other, corporate words in that about being healthy. They also added other names like Dr. Craig Slonwhite as Director of Health and Performance Integration. I have no idea what that means. Jason Martin as head strength and conditioning coach. That I can figure out. Josh Krause as assistant. And Dr. Jordan Shallow as human performance consultant. A, if you're a Leaf fan, health is good, especially with one number 34. B, this does counter the image the Leafs have had that a $17 billion company, and that value could increase if foreign ownership buys a piece coming in fairly soon, is running things a little on the cheap, at least when it comes to their sports health department. I think it's good news if you're a Leaf fan, but I think one directly did lead to the other. Sometimes journalism does work. It wasn't earth-shattering stuff from Jonas, but it was a really good column. Really good column. That did force Brad Treliving to come out the next day or that day and say, malarkey, we spend the mostest of all the most. But your team's always injured. Ignore that. We're fine. Well, this week the Leafs beefed up in that area with a guy who's been around the block a lot in Andy O'Brien. And I'm assuming some people that Andy knows were also brought in. So I don't have some overriding take on the Leafs' health. I just think it's kind of important this year, especially with your captain. And on top of that, Anthony Stolarz playing to his potential might be good for you. Because we saw 2 years ago, when he's playing at times and he feels good, he's a damn good goalie. Combine him with Bobrovsky, I don't know if you have the best save percentage in the league like you did a couple of years ago, but maybe you get close. Is this like a nothing burger story to you, or is this, is this something?
Well, you went number 34 in the goalies. What about number 8? Because apparently that's when the defense all fell apart, was when Chris Tanev got hurt. Can you help Chris Tanev, or like somehow help him to not maybe block as many shots or try and stay healthy for the majority of the year? That's another guy I look
Chris
at.
Tanev needs to stay healthy. I don't know if he can. A lot of miles on that odometer for Chris Tanev. I'm a Chris Tanev fan.
Yeah. But maybe do something to help him. I've seen the videos. That guy, Sid, puts out videos of him working out with this guy all the time. And
it's true.
He knows what he's doing. So, yeah, it's good to see the Leafs spend money in that way.
I was debating even bringing this up, but Michael in the chat, Andy O'Brien, this kind of thing is my bag, baby. And Smoke Water in the chat, John Tavares' amulet will keep players healthy. Remember the amulet?
That's true.
He had a thing around his neck, and it was like
he's healthy.
It was like
slower.
The witch doctor. The witch doctor. John Tavares had an amulet.
It's healthy.
Oh man,
slow but healthy.
Sid has a party in the chat, guys. They cut the department to save human monies. Oh.
Should have figured out who got the job.
But they found the human monies on a poll,
yep.
And now they're beefing up their sports science department.
O'Brien got it.
Yep. Oh man, Gala in the chat, dude. I forgot we had Tanev. There are people in the chat on August the 4th in a bit of a haze going, yeah, Chris Tanev's ours, right?
Kay Wilson says Tanev needs a time machine. Like they are in a bit.
Yeah. But guess what, guys? If Tanev gets hurt again this year, are you gonna be that mad? I'm not gonna be that mad.
What do you mean?
Because he's done a lot in the game, man.
That's how he plays.
Like,
yeah, but maybe not give him a 6-year contract.
Well, that was Treleving panicking. I know. God, panicking has done the Leafs in a lot over the last several years.
Definitely.
Like,
definitely.
Whoa. I think I have an idea for the Jays.
Uh-oh.
Guess who just got DFA'd?
Whoa. Who?
Jorge Soler.
Come on. What? Really?
Jorge Soler just got DFA'd.
Huh.
Let's go down this road.
Yeah.
Before we go. Hold on.
Right.
Jorge Soler. Who's now had a cup of coffee. Oh, my God. He's hitting 203.
How many home runs, though?
Which means he can hit 5th in the Jays order.
Exactly.
You can hit at least 5th.
Couldn't even get him to throw him in on that Angels deal? Come on.
Oh, my God. He's hitting poorly.
Oh, man.
But that's typical of what the Angels kind of like.
Yeah,
actually.
they suck.
All right. And he plays no defense. So that's good. You know what?
He fits in.
Born to be a Jay. The Blue Jays way. Episode 9. The Soler years. Seaside in the chat. He's twice as good as Vladdy. Oh, hold on. How many home runs does he have?
That's what I was about to check.
Hold on. He has 12 home runs.
Oh, my God. Double
He
Vladdy.
has 12
Literally double Vladdy.
Get Jorge Soler right now.
Somebody said double the home runs of Vladdy.
Double.
Yeah, Seaside said it.
Vladdy has 6 home runs. Do you know how many home runs Junior Caminero?
7 stolen bases.
You know how many Junior Caminero hit last night? 2.
I saw that.
Do you know how many Alec Burleson hit for the Cards? 3 last night.
I know.
Vladdy has 6 the whole year. Alec Burleson hit 3 last night for the Cards at Yankee Stadium.
Like Longley said, the fact he hasn't even just accidentally run into one like a Rogers Center is crazy.
Man. Gal in the chat. Wow, Vladdy's got competition now. Why not get Soler if you're the Jays? He can run into a few.
Oh, definitely.
But Ross Atkins is about run prevention.
Yeah. But we thought the same thing about Jesus Sanchez. Like, where'd all that power go where I don't know. This team just doesn't value
You know where it went? When that kid in Baltimore threw a 98-mile-per-hour vicious heater at his shoulder and he went, ah!
He was done.
Say, Jesus!
He was done.
Jesus Cristo! Ah! Ball was going 2 miles an hour and he went down like he was shot. Idiot. Idiot.
He's 7 this year. That's it.
Who?
Jesus Sanchez.
The race for 10. Does Vladdy get 10 home runs this year?
Dude, I asked you this.
Honestly, does Vladdy get 10 home runs this year?
I don't know.
He's swinging at things 4 inches out of the zone.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
I really don't know.
Man. Michael in the chat. Don't worry. We got Miles Straw in center field. Put him in the 4-hole.
Did you see him try and give Vladdy the RBI on that ridiculous pop-up yesterday?
Yeah, that was bad. Jays are not a very smart team. And that's me being kind about it. I'll leave it there. That's fine. As long as Miles Straw likes to pick up the Gatorade. That's fine. Miles Straw seems like a good clubhouse guy, eh?
Yeah. Where's the picture of the dragon?
Dragon wasn't his idea.
You know, I know. But remember him in the background?
Oh, hold on. I forgot we had soccer before we wrap this up.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so before don't show it yet, Ezra. So
it's fitting to do this on a Tuesday.
I'm going to tell you what happened with TFC last time out, and then we're going to get a quick update from Keith Pelly. Over the weekend, TFC were at Yankee Stadium to take on NYCFC. Just rolls off the tongue. New York City FC. And the game ended 1-1. Josh Sargent, once again, was not on the score sheet. One of the highest transfers in Major League Soccer history. And not only did he not get on the score sheet, but when they subbed him off in the 70th minute, Josh Sargent, who really hasn't played in a month and a half because of the World Cup, was sucking wind like he ran for 5 straight hours. He was so out of shape. It was incredible how done this guy was after 70 minutes of play. So final was NYFC 1, Toronto FC 1. In 18 games this season, Toronto FC have 3 wins.
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
Now, I know what you're thinking, considering none of you watch TFC. When's the next game? I can tell you because of the Leagues Cup or Ligas Cup between Mexican teams and high-end MLS clubs, TFC now have a break because TFC is not a high-end MLS club. It's like the Whitecaps will be in that Ligas Cup for a couple of weeks. TFC now have a break until August the 15th. So Josh Sargent can take a rest from his rest. I can tell you, though, their next home game is on that date, the 15th. The New England Revolution will be in town. And it also gives people the opportunity to say, welcome back to Canada, for a couple of guys who were on the World Cup team in Richie Larea and Jonathan Osorio. Azo sent me this over the weekend. Is this a TFC production?
Yeah.
TFC put out a promo for that night, Saturday, August the 15th. For the listening audience, let me walk you through what I'm seeing. It says, celebrate our returning Team Canada players with Looney Dog Day. It's a picture of Richie Larea. It's a picture of Jonathan Osorio. And it's a picture of 2 hot dogs that for some reason are bigger in the picture than both of the players for our men's national soccer team. The hot dogs are bigger. Someone in TFC thinks the dogs will be a bigger draw than 2 members of a men's national team that went further than any previous World Cup team on the men's side in the history of Canadian soccer. This is weird, Azo.
Hey, go support your guys, your Canadian team guys.
What do you make? This is a weird picture.
Hey, you got to read the disclaimer, too, with the asterisk at the bottom. Deal limited to 4 hot dogs per transaction.
Come on, stock up, BMO Field.
Seriously.
You know hot dogs?
Please 6.
Talk to the Jays about what it's like.
Oh, my God.
Rainer in the chat showed us the beef.
Just hand everybody 2 hot dogs when they walk in. Like, what are we doing here?
Death Clutch 2000 in the chat. Ooh, it's hot dog day.
Hey, that's working for the Jays. Let's do a Looney Dog Day.
Graceful shutdown in the chat. TF who?
I saw that. Oh, man. Anyway, I found it funny. Like,
I think these 2 have done enough for their country. We need a different promo for the return of Jonathan Osorio and Richie Larea. Come on, guys.
That should be enough. Just go see them.
What is this, like a promo for the X?
It does seem that way.
Like, what are we like? It just seems
fried hot dogs.
It seems a little texter in the chat. No onions. Yes, and on top of that, it's just ketchup on the hot dog. Anyone who just puts ketchup on a hot dog, you have a deep psychological issue.
Hey.
There's got to be mustard. There's got to be onions. There's got to be relish.
They're the Reds, though.
Give me a dill pickle. Give me a huge, long dill pickle slice.
That's hilarious.
Slice.
I saw it and I'm like, really? This is how you want me to come out?
This is a weird picture, man.
Yeah.
Chimichanga in the chat. Dragon on a stick after the TFC goal.
You win a prize.
You win a prize.
Like it is the X.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway.
Good find from Azo.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Jays need to sign Jorge Soler. I'm saying I'm not moving off this.
I don't hate that.
If we care about the 42,000 that are going to show up every night, How about someone who can hit a home run or two?
And they DFA a guy they just got in a trade, maybe?
Who would you DFA?
No, I'm kidding. I don't
Dude,
know.
what if they DFA Spencer Arrighetti?
Honestly, I thought
Horace Soler?
Urias might get DFA'd now that they listed some of these guys. Somebody's got to be off this roster
No.
to make room for, what's the name, Josh Schmidt? Or who's the guy they got from Texas, right?
That Texas trade is so insignificant, I've already forgotten about it. Josh Smith.
Josh Smith.
And something else that sounds like Josh Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan, seriously. Jordan in the chat. Sid loves huge and long pickles deep with his due diligence.
Oh, my God.
How the spirit strengthens and grows.
I got to get this right.
Every year, there's a certain level of spirit.
You gotta make a map and just put it next to it.
We've conducted due diligence, and it was deep due diligence.
They're so close together. I hit the wrong one.
I'm telling you.
I'll nail it.
That's why the map is.
I'll get it. I promise.
The map will never lead you
I'm going to
astray.
put in the work.
I
thought I put the Pelly ones right on top of each other.
you didn't.
No, I obviously did not.
1T City, final word to him. We need a complete rebuild of the board.
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
All right. I was going to talk about Jesse Marsh, but I don't care. We're going to wrap this up. I'm serious. I don't care.
I was using him a little bit as a decoy.
Were you using Jesse as a decoy?
We'll save it for tomorrow. Last word, Azzo? Anything?
I'd rather be us than them.
That's your last word?
Yeah, that's my last word.
Now you're
Come on.
humming. You're flying on that board.
I got to show I know
Look at you.
something. There's only two buttons I mix up: the Hiller and the Pelly, the due diligence and the spirit one.
You're like second
I
half.
know the rest.
You're second half George Springer over there.
I know the rest. And hey, I'd rather be us than them.
Yeah.
Because we put in the work. We're here every day.
It's true.
Right? Anyways, hit like and subscribe, folks.
We weren't like anybody yesterday because no one else worked.
You said we wouldn't get to 2 today. Come on.
I know. I cannot do 2 hours tomorrow. You have to pull me off this.
Okay.
Honestly, 1:30 Eastern. I have to wrap it up tomorrow. I got a thing with a thing. All right.
Are you going to Ed's without me again?
Yes. And we're going to have espresso and just talk, you know what about you. And it's the best time. It's the best time. Our apologies. We wanted to get to more Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Azzo and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon. Go get Soler. Go get Soler.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.